Hello, this is Steve Thoele, Principal Broker with Premier Property Group, and bringing you another weekly update on the Sherwood Oregon real estate market. This update is going to cover the last 8 weeks of market activity, ending this past Sunday, October 16th. So I'm going to share my screen with you now and go through the info here with you. So starting off looking at active listings, I show in Sherwood last week, we had 4 new properties come on the market. You can kind of see how that compares to the prior 8 weeks, kind of matches a low for the number of weekly new listings over the past 8 weeks. And we ended the week with 65 homes in total on the market in Sherwood, which again, you can kind of see is a slight low for the 8 weeks, down from 74 the week prior. Median list price and days on market for the active listings, you can kind of see where that's gone. We were started off at 750, had a high, kind of almost an outlier here at 784, and then it dropped quite substantially from there, and has been closer to, you can kind of see, pretty fairly steady over the past 5 weeks now, between 723 and 730. This last week is what it came in at. And then days on market certainly again increasing over the 8 weeks here, had a low of 30, and it's kind of continued to climb. This last week's reading was 55 days of average market time for the 65 homes that are been on the market in Sherwood. So, definitely homes hanging on the market longer in Sherwood currently. Pending sales, you can kind of see here we had 6 new pendings this last week in Sherwood. It's been very steady in terms of pendings. You can kind of see here it's been between 6 and 8 pendings per week here over the past 8 weeks, and we ended the week with 54 homes in total in pending status, up about 4 from the week prior. And you can kind of see, where it's tracked. So it was in the mid 60s to start with, and kind of the mid 50s here to end the period. Median price, days on market for those pendings, that has kind of come down. As you can kind of see over time, we had a high of 761 8 weeks back. Dropped down to 650 about 3 weeks ago, and it's climbed back up the past couple of weeks. This last week's reading was 679,000. And then the days on market, not a lot of variability there. We had a low of 10 and a high of 14 was the most recent reading on that. So basically about 2 weeks of average market time for the homes that have gone pending. And then lastly, the sold listings activity. So last week in Sherwood, as of the time I put this together, I want to show we had 2 properties go from pending to sold this last week, which is definitely a low for the past 8 weeks. And then when I look back on a 4-week, kind of looking back over the prior 4 weeks on a weekly basis, this last reading was 34 homes have sold over the prior 4 weeks. And you can kind of see how that compares. It's been a little bit up and down. Had a low of 28 and a high of 38 a couple weeks back. So we're kind of in the middle of that. And the median sold price and days on market information for the solds, you can kind of see that's been declining for the most part in terms of the median sold price. Had a high of 790 7 weeks back, and it's kind of declined week by week. This last week came in at 608,000 was the median sale price in Sherwood. And then days on market, a little bit up and down here, but basically a low of 8, high of 21. This last week kind of came in at 11 days of average market time for the solds. And then finally, we'll look at the weeks of inventory and the sale price as a percent of the list price. So red bars is the weeks of inventory. And, started off at about 7 weeks, and then built up to about 11 weeks, about 5 weeks ago or so. And then it's been kind of on the decline since then. In this last couple weeks, it's been between, 7 and 8 weeks. So this last week came in about 7.5 weeks of inventory. And then the sale price as a percent of the list price, you can kind of see that kind of peaked out here about 8 weeks back at just under 99% of full asking price. And this last week rose a little bit up to 96.3. So, prices have definitely, kind of come under pressure in the market. We're certainly seeing more price reductions kind of flow through on a weekly basis. So I think that's definitely, you're seeing that here in these numbers, along with just, buyers being able to be a little bit more aggressive on their offer prices. So, on the one hand, you've got less than 2 months of inventory, which is not a lot in the whole scheme of things. But things that are selling are definitely not not selling for full price or over asking anymore. There's definitely room for buyers to negotiate, and in order to sell, you got to be realistic on your asking price. So I hope that weekly update's been helpful for you. As always, if I can ever answer any questions or be of any help, please don't hesitate to reach out. My number is 503-680-2065. If you're watching this video on YouTube, please click the subscribe button and follow along on a weekly basis. And it's a great way for you to stay up to date on what's happening in your local real estate market. And as always, I really appreciate you watching. Hope you have a fantastic day and week ahead, and we will see you on the next video.